Deebo said this a while ago, but he's sticking to it. I think it's interesting. He refuses to work out in California at all this offseason with Trey Lance, which is interesting because it's where Trey Lance is, Brandon Ayuk, Juwan Jennings, pretty much all the wide receivers and Trey Lance working out in California, and Deebo Samuel refuses. I think this was he even said this like during the season. Matt Mayoko had an interview with him. He was like, "So you gonna be working out with Trey in California this offseason?" And Deebo was like, "No." So first of all, wow, is California that bad? Second of all, does this show that Deebo Samuel is I mean, I guess we already know he's 100% set on getting out of here. And two, like, does this sort of reveal like why he wants to leave or how long?
Well, didn't he say? And I didn't watch, but I watched something where they were talking about it. Didn't he say like if he wants to come to Florida, that's where I work out. He can come to Florida and we'll do it there. But he didn't say I'm not working out with Trey. He just didn't want to. It seemed like he didn't want to go to California to do it.
Yeah.
Which is a little like I know Debo hasn't gotten his big payday yet, but it's and I know plane flights are expensive now. I know for my own travel, but he is making millions of dollars, so like it wouldn't be that much for him to take a weekend, go out there, work out. Hey, work that out. Like you don't have to stay in California the entire summer, but you can periodically jump out to California, do your workout, whatever, and then fly back home. It doesn't seem like it's too much to ask. So I think there is something to that because you'd think that if you're working in a new quarterback, you would want to try to work something out, right? Like not just hey fly to me or like how about I'll fly to you sometimes and then if you want to work down here like come down here or like work out something like that.
Maybe he doesn't want to work out with, maybe he said this because he just has no intention of playing for the 49ers anymore. Maybe he's had no intention of re-signing with them for a while. Maybe he doesn't like them as an organization. Maybe he doesn't want to get paid in California. I mean, if money means that much to him, you're going to make less in California. There's more taxes here. Maybe it's not about wanting to be closer to home. It's about wanting to play in a state that's tax-free. I mean, there could be any number of things here. But that's where my mind goes.
I feel like all of this can be solved with money, though. I mean, like if California's tax issues are an issue, then if I just pay you more money, that would compensate for the taxes, right? Like you would just have to pay them more than say Florida. I'm not familiar with exact tax rates or whatever, but you just have to pay them more to compensate. If it's you're worried about running the football, I'm sure there's a number in his mind that he would probably carry the ball for. I don't know what that number is, but I'm sure there's. I mean, we're talking about a sport. If you're talking about playing running back is going to take years off of my longevity of my career or my health or whatever. Like football in itself does that. Like right, so you're already playing a sport that does that. So you're essentially telling me you're willing to take money for a physical pounding.
It's a bad look, though, isn't it, to say he can come to me? I'm not going there, but he's welcome to come to me. Like, really?
Yeah,
He's the
I don't love
quarterback.
it.
All the wide receivers are going to him. So what you're saying is everyone can come to you? Like, it's one thing to be like, man, like to do the Magic Johnson, like, I'm not going to be here. I don't know what you're talking about. But to say like, yeah, they're welcome to come to Miami. See, to me, leads credence to him either being a diva or not wanting to play with Trey Lance. I mean, a lot of people are going to be like, boom, that's diva behavior. Or boom, he wants to play with Jimmy Garoppolo. And now you see like him and Jimmy are close. Jimmy just came out and said, pay Deebo his money. He deserves it. Deebo is like my guy. I'm just saying, I mean, Trey Lance is 5 years younger than Deebo Samuel. I mean, I have no idea. But these questions are out there. You don't know.
I think Deebo and Lance are probably good. If anything, I think it's probably like it's alluded to, which is maybe I don't want to say diva, but maybe he might have a little bit of that personality in him. And the other part of it too is might be part of his answer might have been different had he already had his extension, like or if he had already paid, his answer might have been different. Or if this was last season, and let's just say last season the 49ers shipped Jimmy Garoppolo out and the 49ers said, "Hey, Trey Lance is the starting quarterback," he might have had a different idea about it then. But circumstances are what they are. So the contract might have played, or lack of contract might have played into that answer, knowing he was going to have to go through this process. Why am I going to go out of my way to start working out with the 49ers quarterback or potential quarterback to be when I don't even have my contract yet? Yeah.
We've never seen an NFL player, I mean, not that I can remember, get drafted to a team and sort of like say everything, do everything right, do everything that the coach has asked, and then right when it's time to get the extension, be like, psych, I don't even want to be here. You guys drafted me. Never wanted to be here. And like, I think there's some theories that's what's going on right now. That not that he wants to go into South Carolina in particular, that he just doesn't want to be here for whatever reason. He's just not a fan of the South Bay, the organization, the coast, the state. Who knows? And you know what? I feel like that's like an NBA thing, right? Like, I'm a star. I got drafted to the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't want to be here. It's not a big market. I'll do the right thing, but eventually I'm going to the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of thing you see all the time in the NBA because that's the way the league works, and those stars make big bucks. Well, Deebo's about to make big bucks. I think we might be in a new era here where players are like, yeah, okay, I got drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Cleveland Browns, but like when I can get out of here, I'm out. I'm out. Out.
Is Deebo gonna pull a James Harden and come in at like 250 if they just didn't trade him?
I don't think about like the Niners being that kind of place, but like he never saw Jerry Rice play. He has no attachment to the California. And I feel like most people, if you're not from California, you're not juiced to move to San Jose and spend like the most you've ever spent on rent or real estate or all of it. Yeah, it's not fun unless you're just have an emotional attachment because you grew up out here. So I don't know.
I'm not close to the situation. I personally just think he wants his money no matter where he gets it from. Like, I think he just wants his money.
But like, if you want your money, right? A California team has to pay you more than a Florida team.
Yeah.
If you want your money, if that's what it's about, then California has to pay a lot. 13% more? Was it something like that?
I know I've been in a position where I've looked nationally for jobs, and when I've looked nationally for jobs, I look at the cost of living and all of that in each state. Like that matters, right? So I don't know why it wouldn't matter to an NFL player. I mean, money's money, right?
I mean, none of these players live out here in California. Kittle lives in Nashville. Do you think he would force his way onto the Titans if he could? If he had that kind of, I don't know, make his life a lot easier.